Here's a quick tutorial about the CPS2, the colors of the boards and the regions and what this all means. These are all the colors that you'll see for CPS2 boards, and I'll explain what they mean. And the colored ones are the B boards, and the motherboard is the A board. And I'll explain what I have here. Alright, first, obviously the most common you'll probably see are these two. The blue one is the American board, or Canada, North America. The green one is a Japanese board. These are B boards. You have to put these on the motherboard. The motherboard is right here. This is the US motherboard. This will actually work for both the US and the Japanese board. So both of these will fit on here. You can see the pinholes. These are all males on the motherboard. They'll slide right into the Japanese and Americans. These are all female attachments here. Alright. Now this yellow one I have, these are ones that used to be rentals. What that was is if an operator, depending on the region, they could be any region. It could be from Brazil, it could be North America, Asian. Obviously you need the A board to match one. This one is actually North American B board here, so it would actually fit on my USA A board. But yeah, they're rentals. The operator could rent them game to see if it made any money, and then they would give it back before they purchased it. So they're rentals. Kind of hard to find. You will find them once in a while. The blue and greens, very easy to find. eBay has all of them. Every kind of game on there. This one is actually Brazil, South America region. A little bit more difficult, probably the toughest one for me to find. They don't come up very often. You can see it needs a specific A board for the Brazil region or South American region, and you can see on the A board, this side, female attachments. This side has a female here, but this is a male attachment. So in other words, the pins are in here. They insert into the B board here, and you can see that this one's actually sunken in here on this side over here. All right, you have to have this specific board for the orange board here for the Brazil region or South American region. All right, this one only works. The A board will only work with that one. You can't use an American board and put it on there. Like I said, it's the hardest one to find in this game. Normally, the X-Men vs. Street Fighter normally is about $75 to $100, give or take. It cost me double just because it's so hard to find. Now you have the gray board. The gray board is the Asian board. All right, and that's again, you have to have a specific motherboard for the gray boards. All right, you can see these are all female attachments, and again, this one has the one it's receded a little bit. Let me see if see how it's sunken in a little bit. That one. So you need a specific motherboard for the gray one. Only works for the gray, so I can't use this one. This one's actually sunken on the other side. Plus, it has male attachments. You can see the pins. If I get in here close, see how there's pins where you would insert the pins on here. See that? Well, it's different here. Of course, they want to make it difficult for you. They're all females, but it's this part that sinks in here is on the other side. So you need specific gray board for the Asian motherboard here. You can't use anyone else. You can't use a US motherboard. And then finally, they have the all-in-one, the black CPS2 board. The black one, it doesn't have a motherboard. This just attaches right to your JAMA harness. There's no A or B board. Not as common. You can find them. They're pretty expensive when you do find them, though. This one has been Phoenix, so it doesn't have the battery in it anymore. But these are a little bit more difficult to find as well. Not as hard as the orange one, but I was lucky. There's a guy, Angelo, over in California, who sells a whole bunch of CPS2 boards, and I actually got this one from him, and I got the yellow one from him as well. So he hooked me up with a large part of my collection, not to mention numerous other boards I bought from him. So if you have any questions, feel free to ask.